If you're waiting till 65 before you check your patients for Alzheimer's risk, you're actually using an outdated playbook. We don't wait for a heart attack to check your cholesterol, right? So why would you wait for neurological damage, memory loss, when we can check BAT levels? Prevention doesn't begin with symptoms. It begins with data. And the data shows that it starts in the 40s. For decades, we've been taught to wait. Screen late, watch for the signs, and hope for the best. But by the time symptoms appear, the damage has already been building for decades. Alzheimer's doesn't start at 65. It shows up at 65, but it doesn't start there. Buildup actually starts in the 30s and 40s when people are fully functioning. And that's why we say the standard of care is changing, because prevention needs to start in the 30s and 40s, not the 60s. We now have the tools to track BAT levels, beta-amyloid and tau proteins. We can track these changes. We can track the mechanisms that drive them. And more importantly, we've learned how to identify this risk long before there's any decline. At BatWatch in our practice, we actually group patients into two key profiles. There's average risk, and then there's elevated risk. The average risk patients have no family history, no known contributing factors, and for them, testing begins in the 40s. Elevated risk patients may actually carry the APO4 markers. They might have a family history of Alzheimer's, exposure to drinking or smoking or vaping, recreational drugs. Many also show a lot of signs of metabolic and inflammatory dysfunction. And these patients start building their beta amyloids up in their 30s, which means earlier testing before the tau markers appear, so we can help them stay ahead of the progression. This is no different than back in the 50s with the paradigm shift when cholesterol became something to look at. This is basically the moment, the brain's moment, to finally benefit from preventative care. And just like we don't wait for a heart attack to check LDL, we shouldn't have to wait for memory loss to check BAT levels. And it's how we finally move from reaction to prevention. Knowledge is power. Keep watching more.